The latest supermarket figures show that the discount centre is booming. Sales at both Aldi and Lidl have grown by 10%. That's twice that of rivals including Tesco and Asda. Away from food, the discount centre is also doing well. Poundland is forecast to report a bumper profit next month. And a new type of hybrid discount store is emerging. The owners of the 99p Stores group are rapidly expanding their chain, Family Bargains. The latest branch is in Norwich. Pauline McCall went to meet the company's commercial director, Hussein Lalani, at the store in Luton and began by asking him about the layout of the store.
It is a little bit more mixed up, but we do also have defined sections. Like you'll notice the first two aisles at the end of the store, they're primarily food. And we have a couple of aisles which are for seasonal products. So right now they're just stocking up with gardenings and Valentine's. And later on in the year they'll be stocking Halloween and Christmas. And these aisles will constantly change.
Now we're right in front of the sort of the point, I guess, where one thing transitions into another. We've got some very well-known branded breakfast cereals, fizzy drinks, crisps, all products you'd see in a supermarket without batting an eye. What about the other non-food products? Are they the sort of thing that, quite frankly, people might not recognise where they've come from?
No, even in fact in the non-food products we still have quite a few brands. Like when we walked in, if you noticed on your right, there was a very well-known brand of vacuum cleaners. And I guess what we're finding with our customers' taste is it really is up to the customer. Do they want to get a branded product and get it at a cheaper price than another retailer? Or are they really just looking to get pure value, in which case they don't care what brand they're getting?
In this particular corner where we've wandered over to, let's just describe what we can see here. We've got a big central stand of Capri Sun, some Heinz beans next to it. In the background there we've got a little bit of like packaging.
That's sort of giftware. So you've got candles.
We've got kitchen roll, we've got luggage, blankets, and right behind us a big display of pet food. That, to me, this kind of sums up the mix you can get into when you come into this store. Any of these products you could buy elsewhere.
Yes, obviously we're trying to offer value for money in every category of products we sell. You know, looking around, my photo frames that you see over there, I know for a fact you can go into other retailers in the same shopping centre and pay twice as much for that same frame. And the reason why I guess you see such a mixture of products, when the customer walks in, they have an idea what they're looking for, but then the fun for them in a way is finding what else they're going to see on the shelves, which is a good deal and which they can save money on.
These family bargain stores are a new model for you, that you are looking to expand quite rapidly at a time when the rest of the retail sector is looking to either hang on to what they've got or even to contract a bit to save costs. How has it been for your end of the retail market during this recession? Is it a case of coming of age, or is it a case of your own individual challenges?
I think it's a case of us coming of age and becoming actually acceptable to mainstream shoppers. If you look at this particular site, it's an ex-Marks and Spencer site. It's a very prime site, and in fact the owners of this particular shopping centre were actually welcoming us in. They wanted us to be in their centre because they need to offer a mix of shops to their customers.
There has been in the past, particularly in previous years when the economy was thriving more and people had a certain degree of pleasure in spending money and being quite proud of how much they spent on things, how much things have cost. Do you sense as a retailer, as someone running an expanding retail business, that we are seeing a change?
Absolutely. Even if you look online with all the shopping forums and the discussions that go on, people are constantly trying to seek bargains, and people are actually bragging about how little they paid for something as opposed to how much they paid for something before. And I partly put this down to what I call the Primark effect. Primark, the fashion retailer, really came of age over the last decade, I'd say, and it took the stigma out of hunting for a bargain.
So I just got distracted there while you were talking about some fantastically beautiful looking home cookware. Immediately makes me think of Lakeland, a premium retailer in which certain class of people do swear by, and they're willing to pay a fair premium for buying product from that kind of store. Do you see that kind of customer being prepared to come here?
I think that type of customer may be hesitant to come into our shop, but once they sort of break down their own internal barriers about walking into a discount store, and they'll see that, hang on, they're selling the same silicone cake mould from 99p, which I just paid a £5 for in my specialist kitchenware store. Now, if you look back at the food section we had, we've tweaked our offering to cater to that middle class. We're stocking products like olive oil, sun-dried tomatoes, balsamic vinegar, because we recognise that there is a demand for these products for the middle class who are now coming to our stores.
But at a cost that does undercut other retailers.
That's right. And, you know, I often get asked, so how do you do it?
Well, how do you do it?
You know, we're not any bigger than the other big supermarkets. And the way we do it is, number one, we work on less profit. On some of our products, we'll work on less profit to make sure we offer the best value and to pull people in. And the other difference we have is the supermarkets may try to compete with us. And last year they all ran a big campaign of round pound and other things. But those were only promotions. That ran for 2 weeks at a time. And then the products were back to their normal price, whereas we run those prices all year round.
And what's the price range in a mixed store like this?
In Family Bargains, you're looking at as cheap as 39p for a pot of yoghurt at the front there, all the way up to £149 for that double bed you see there.
Well, right next to the single bed, it's £30.
£30, that's right.
And tell me about the expansion plans you have for the UK.
Well, we had a great couple of years. We doubled in size in the past 18 months, and that was partly because we'd taken 67 ex-Woolworths sites. And for this year, in 2011, we plan to open up to 30 or even 40 stores. Now, this Family Bargains multi-price store would work well in retail parks, and we're finding that the retail park space, at the moment there's plenty of it, there's oversupply, so we can get great deals with landlords. As long as the retail property market stays soft, it gives us an opportunity to expand.
Hussein Lalali at the Family Bargains store in Luton.